In this video, I'm going to go over the image position controls in Stipple, and I'm just going to focus on that one aspect. I've had a lot of questions regarding that, and I go over this in a couple of the other videos, but rather than make somebody watch a 15-minute overview video, I'm just going to just go over this one part right now. So I'm going to launch Stipple. I'm going to pick a source image. Now I'm going to pick a source image that is wider than it is tall. And then you'll see that by default, the bird comes in and the bird is relatively tiny compared to our canvas. So one of the questions I had was, well, Stipple only lets you draw on this one portion of the canvas. Well, actually, Stipple's trying to draw just the full source image that it has. But on top of the fact that the bird's small, the detail comes in a little too dark because by default, without changing the dot size, the the dots are probably too big to pick up the small details in a photo that comes in this way. So I'm going to trash what we have. The bottom left hand corner is the image control icon, and if you click it, you'll launch the image menu. And right away, we're just gonna focus on the image position. What's in this box? So if you click this icon, the picture with the arrows on it, now you're in reposition mode, and you'll be stuck in reposition mode until you click it again. So when you click it once, now you can move things around, grow them, rotate them, shrink them, whatever you need to do. And when you're satisfied with how you've made it, you click the toggle button again, and now you're drawing the bird at a different size. Trash this again. Now, some other controls on this portion of the menu is a mirror control, and this is just a basic mirroring, and it just mirrors it one way. If you need to then, say you need it mirrored the other way, a mirror and a rotate will just rotate it and mirror. It's very basic. It's limited. This portion of the controls will definitely be updated as I go. All right, so say we don't like the repositioning that we just did. There's also a cancel control, and that'll put the put the image back to its last setting that you had it at. So one other thing to note is you can change the opacity. So this is good when you have some of your image drawn, and then you want to reposition, but you want to see what you've drawn underneath. So with the reposition controls, I like to think of it as your source image works as like a stencil. Say you're spray painting, and you can move your source image all over the place and lock it down, and then spray your stencil, move it around, and so you can make multiple copies. Let's take a look at this. Multiple copies of the same image. Now, another thing that comes up is portrait mode or landscape mode, and landscape mode basically being if the image came in like this, and say if there was a button that toggled all of your menus, so then you could just twist your tablet to the right. And no, you can't do that, but you could always just reposition your source image in a landscape style, and then just twist your tablet to accommodate. I mean, yeah, your menus are going to be cocked a little bit, but most of the menus don't even have too much writing on them. So, I mean, I think you could do it. Okay, one other thing to note is that let's see. So, say you have a repositioning that you like, and you want to save that repositioning for later. You can actually hold down on the thumbnail of the image slot that you're in. So what I mean by that is sometimes you can be in color map, sometimes you can mask background, but right now we're in draw image. So now if we hold down on the thumbnail of that image, like a long press, you'll see that a new bird has been put in our top gallery. And what you can do with that is then you can use that to push your repositioned image to different spots. So now if we're in the color mask, we just pushed our repositioned bird there. And also, so say you wanted to make a more complex composition, you could always reposition one item, draw it up, save, push that to the like for instance, whoops, go back. So say you move this over here, then you push that over back into the image gallery, and we can always push this stuff around, save it for later, use it for the other I don't want to call them layers, but the other image slots, the other source slots. Um, it gives you a lot of freedom. Of course, the functionality, it's missing some functionality. It's missing some icons to really show you what to do. And I'm going to add some of that stuff as I go. But I think that this is basically the minimum functions that'll get you to where you need to go. Anyway, thanks for watching.